Welcome back to the Toy Story 2 commentary. You've got a friend in me. Boy, you can't get tired of that song. So this time we're moving on to the construction yard. Cutscene. There's Slinky, my dog.
Ow! Ooh. Alright, nobody look till I get my cart back in. Then, 2 blocks down and only 19 more to go. What? 19? We're gonna do this all night? My parts are killing me. Come on, fellas. Did Woody give up when Sid had me strapped to a rocket?
No.
No. And did he give up when you threw him out of the back of that moving van? Oh, you had to bring that up. We have a friend in need. We will not rest until he's safe in Andy's room. Move out.
A bit dramatic there, huh, Buzz? A friend in need is a friend indeed, as one would say. Unfortunately, that doesn't really apply to this level, or this game. Hey, I think I remember those things. Not from the movie, but definitely the toys. Yeah, those are some cute little egg-shaped people. What the hell are they doing in the construction yard of all things, though? I don't know. Anyway, you get a green laser power-up right off the bat. This level is kind of huge as well, but it's also more, I don't want to say enclosed, but it's not quite as spread out as Andy's neighborhood, and definitely not as much of a complicated maze as Andy's house. There's a bunch of construction-themed stuff laying around, of course, like the cinder block you can use to get to the wheelbarrow, and a bunch of tokens to collect. Not as many tokens in here as there were in Andy's neighborhood, though. Man, that place was loaded with tokens. I mentioned this, but yeah. It was really easy to get all the tokens before even running into Ham in that level. And here I'll be running into Ham before I get the 50 tokens, though. He's right here. Check that out. Right there, just waiting for you. So, what is there to say about the construction yard? Well, so far I don't see any slime, thank God. So, hey, maybe this will be the first part that we go without seeing any damn slime, because really, I think I need that after having 2 levels in a row, well, boss level excluded, with nothing but slime, as if this game is, it doesn't want to shut up about the damn slime trash can boss. I swear to God, man, it's gonna happen. It's a boss, it's gonna happen, so it's not like this game has to keep shoving it in my face every few minutes. You know, I keep digressing about the damn slime monster. And Mr. Potato Head is missing his eye this time. He wasn't present in the last level, so I guess Mr. Potato Head shows up one time for every pair of levels, because you see, the game is structured in that you have 2 levels, a boss, 2 levels, a boss, and so on and so forth. There's about 4 sets of these, I do believe, with the 4th boss obviously being the final boss. Who is the final boss, you may ask? Well, if you watch the movie, you probably have a good idea. Although I'm not 100% sure if it's the same, but for all we know, it might just be the expected Emperor Zurg. Anyway, head into this area with all the construction stuff and whatnot. I don't know why this reminds me of Meteor Herd from Sonic Adventure 2. I almost said Advance 2. Hey, Slinky Dog, my dog! Finally, I get to do a mission for you! But so, what mission you got for us? Whoa. It's really hard to see those wrenches, Slinky. Ah, well, the good news is all the wrenches that you need to find are actually around this little area with the wet cement. Although, for some odd reason, I don't know if it's emulation or if it's the way the game is, with the draw distance and everything, but, the wrenches are really hard to see. So, this took me a while to find all the damn wrenches. Yeah, and I mean, shit. You see how hard it is, and if you try to look for a wrench and the icon is in front of one of those gray pillars, then the wrench will blend in and you'll have an even tougher time finding them. I definitely got lucky for the most part. I mean, it's only gonna be like 2 seconds. Man, I seriously thought it was gonna be like 1 second, or that I was gonna fail the mission entirely. But no. I complete the mission for good old Slinky Dog, and I get the first pizza token. Honestly, I'm glad it was Slinky first, but also that kinda takes the wind out of the sails for the rest of this level. Because you see, the mini-boss for this level, we need, to get the power-up from Mr. Potato Head. And Mr. Potato Head's eye is not quite as easy to track down as his ear was. So, that'll come in due time. You may have noticed that I collected one of those little egg people earlier in the level. This is this level's collectibles. I mean, at first I thought it was going to be the wrenches, but then I found out that the wrench was actually going to be some sort of a race. So yeah, Slinky Dog replaced RC Car, and after the fiasco of the last part, I'm actually kind of happy that happened. It's already apparent that I love Slinky Dog with a purple passion, so yeah. I like Mr. Potato Head as well, but he's kind of a dick sometimes, so it's a love-hate relationship with that guy. Anyway, another egg person inside of this construction vehicle. Yeah, I believe it's a digger or something like that. Well, it can't be a bulldozer because the scoop gets dirt. It doesn't really bulldozing. So let's head inside this. Sorry, I needed a minute. I can't fucking believe this shit. I just can't. Every level so far, with the exception of the boss, has had some sort of reference to slime. I mean, my god, man. Is this game cynical or what? I mean, seriously, guys. Seriously. This is almost infuriating. I mean, god. I thought the constant chicken references after I played Mort the Chicken was bad, but oh my god. This is almost as bad as that. And if you're wondering what the hell Mort the Chicken is, why don't you wait for when I eventually do a special playthrough of that game? Because you see, that game is quite special around here between me and my buddy Mark, and yeah, that game will have to be treated responsibly. It's not a licensed Disney PS1 game, but it's probably going to be treated as such with regards to the rules I established in the first part. More importantly, though, that's the first time we saw one of those cubes in a while, and it just mentions that all you gotta do for this puzzle is mix colors. Once you mix the colors, you get a pizza token. Is it actually kind of sad I consider this, like, one of the funnest puzzles in the game so far? I don't know, I just really like colors and mixing colors, so, this puzzle didn't really bother me. At first I thought it was weird there was only one cam, though, but then, apparently when you complete a combination and bring it to the picture, somehow the paint is emptied out and you can just repeat the process. I guess it's a little bit more convenient than having to do 3 cans and then having to shuffle them around, but it's still kind of weird. But yeah, red plus blue equals purple, red plus yellow equals orange, and blue plus yellow equals green. Basic color common sense, folks. If you've ever been in elementary school, which every single person on the planet has been, well, unless you're below the age of 5. Every person should know... Shit, even below the age of 4, or below the age of 5, you should know what the hell colors are. And possibly even what kind of colors you can get by mixing them. Also, by the way, something that wasn't mentioned, red plus yellow plus blue, I do believe makes brown. Red plus white equals pink, and then yellow plus... wait, hold on. Okay, yeah, the color wheel does get a little complicated when you start mixing single colors with the mixed colors. Okay, light blue is like green and yellow or something like that. No, wait, no? That can't be right, because then it would be more... Alright, I'm digressing at this point, sorry. Anyway, one big thing about the construction yard is this central thing that I passed earlier when I was, making my rounds with Slinky Dog, as it were. Hey again, Slinky. But anyway, this central thing is pretty much the equivalent of the tree from Andy's neighborhood, or whatever the central equivalent of Andy's house is, in that a lot of the collectibles and stuff will be hidden in there. Also, Ham is here. I don't know why I bother talking to him when I don't have 50 tokens yet. But you'll have to climb that central building, as it were. And you have to do so by climbing on top of the vehicle I climbed on earlier. Which is easier said than done, by the way, because those steps that take you to the vehicle are actually pretty awkwardly laid out. And actually, that could apply to quite a few of the platforming sections in this game so far. The tree especially was very, very particular about the platforming, which meant I had to cut quite a bit of footage regarding that. But, yes. Oh yeah, another thing I better get to mention, about the shading issue with Buzz. In the first level, he was black Buzz. The second level, he was blue Buzz. Now he's alternating between brown, red, and his actual gray color. So yeah, just something else to keep a note on. Keep tabs on, rather. But yes, climb back up to this vehicle. And you have to butt stomp the switch. After butt stomping the switch, it'll activate the scoop. I didn't really realize this at first because when I first came here, all I was really caring about was getting the egg person. So I didn't even think about this vehicle being the only way to traverse the building, as it were. So, yes, we have to sit through me figuring this out. I didn't really decide to cut this out because it really wasn't that... This didn't really drag on that long. Plus, I think it kind of demonstrates what some people may experience when trying this. Okay, the switch activates the scoop, it goes down, and then it'll go back up. What I didn't realize is that it was timed and that I wouldn't really be able to jump on from the vehicle. In fact, what you'll see soon enough is that the other side of the scoop that you see from the vehicle is actually gray. And is easy to stand on as opposed to the other side where it certainly doesn't look like you can stand on top of it. But, yeah. So far, 3 out of 5 egg people have been collected. The other 2 are on the building. One is on the lower portion, and one is, like, all the way at the top. I am not even kidding. It's, like, all the way at the top. Actually, now thinking about this, something else later on I probably should have trimmed down as well, but I already knew that this level was the only thing that was going to be in this part, so 20 minutes, especially considered to how long the first part was, 20 minutes doesn't really seem that bad. That, and to be honest, the construction art is more interesting than Andy's house was in the 20 minutes as opposed to Andy's house in 25 minutes. But yes, reaching the building, you'll most likely reach your 50 token prerequisite here, and so you'll see the ham icon, but do not worry about ham until you have fully explored this building, which takes a good few minutes. Every time you pass by a switch, butt stomp it because it'll activate an elevator, and every switch you press will make the elevator go higher and higher, that way you can backtrack back to where you were in case you drop down and get lost. Thankfully, that didn't happen to me. Well, not accidentally anyway. There is one instance, but, save it for when it happens. There's also these flying robot enemies that you should probably shoot from a distance before you even go near them. You'll see, a repercussion of this later on. Also, these flaming hot screws. They do quite a good bit of damage, but they're also fairly easy to dodge, so, dodge them or you're gonna lose, more health than what you've normally been losing up to this point. I guess this is the part where the game starts to get more difficult. Though honestly, it's really not that much harder than the first 2 levels, folks. Although the boss will definitely be harder than the first boss, if you know what I'm saying, because, neither me nor the game will shut up about it. I mean, seriously, I think this game, I thought I was going to be the one hyping that boss all the time, but no. This game has surpassed me in hyping a damn boss. And it's so weird, because I seriously don't even remember the game being this obsessed with green slime. It's almost like this is a Nickelodeon game instead of a Disney game, I mean, right? Am I right? Figure it out. All the green slime they like to toss everywhere. All the celebrity cameos, and once again, I'm digressing off topic. But anyway, you saw me collect Mr. Potato Head's eye, so now we have 2 blinking icons on the screen at once. Ham and Mr. Potato Head. I didn't really talk much during the cutscene because I wanted people to actually hear it. I mean, I laughed, obviously, because shit, something is just too funny not to laugh, folks, I'm sorry. But the scene where Ham loses his cork, and Mr. Potato Head looks back at him, I don't know why that expression is just so damn funny. And if you couldn't take a closer look, go back and pause it, or you can look at the icon for these videos, which I have aptly chosen to be that screenshot. It is some funny shit, man. Also, the part with Rex and the single leaf was funny too, but if I didn't laugh about it was because, like I said, I wanted people to hear the cutscene. You know, since there is not going to be a raw gameplay of this, so I need to treat this commentary a little bit differently than what I'd normally do. Also, I hope my commentary isn't as boring as it used to be. I like to think I'm sounding more amused or making things sound more entertaining than they are. You know, if I'm not, then I'm not, you know. I'm trying, and if I can't, then I can't. You know, I'm just doing the best I can to entertain. But sometimes I don't even know who I'm trying to entertain. Myself, the audience, both, or some sort of third party I'm not even aware of. So anyway, that's the last egg person. Once again, there is no fall damage in this game, so you can just drop all the way to the right, and here's the foreman. Talk to him, give him the 5 egg people, and boom, bam, zoom, there's your next pizza token. Good news! Mr. Potato Head and Ham are also in this general area. Ham is right there on top of the vehicle. We passed by him earlier in the level, as you may or may not have forgotten by now. I mean, it has been a good, 10, 12 minutes since then. But yes, same as process as before. Jump on the cinder block, jump on the wheelbarrow, and then jump on the vehicle. And talk to Ham, and, you'll get your pizza token. A little longer than it took for the last level, but still. There you go. Thankfully, this level you can get all the pizza tokens on the first visit. After the fiasco of the last one. I don't really need to delve into that more than I have to, do I? Mr. Potato Head will be near this building. The fact I was reading said he was under this building, but he's not really under it. He's like right in front of the underside, but he's not in the underside. Technicalities and whatnot. Believe it or not, I am actually pretty obsessed with technicalities sometimes, but I try not to let that trait show through in my videos for the sake of not annoying the viewer, you see. Or maybe it amuses the viewer, I don't know. Anyway, this part drags on a little bit because there is an elevator, as I mentioned before, and it's coming up right here. Like, you can see the little strip for the elevator to go up and down, but I waited here for a while, and the elevator didn't show up. So I had to assume that the game glitched and the elevator didn't work. So I end up running around the building again and screwing around, and instead of spoiling what's happening next, I'll talk about the power-up Mr. Potato Head gave us. It's a disc launcher, which I don't think it does as much damage as the green laser, because look, I shoot that car with it and it doesn't die, but the green laser kills the car in one hit. But the disc launcher is apparently the only thing that can hurt the mini-boss of this level. So I'm not really sure what to say about that, guys. It's not really a plot device because it's not really doing anything with the plot of the game. So I don't know. And here the elevator finally works. So I guess if the elevator doesn't work, you can take a lap, and the elevator will suddenly pick you up. Although you'll still have to platform a decent way to get back to the top. They wanted to give you something to do instead of just taking you straight to the boss, I guess. Because that would be too easy. And too... I don't know. Anyway, the mini-boss is a jackhammer guy. I'm not sure if it's anything... No, it's just a jackhammer boss. Weird as hell face. The only thing that'll hurt this guy is the disc launcher. It does a little bit more damage than what a red laser would do, although quite a bit less than what a green laser would do. Thankfully, the disc launcher is homing, so you can actually be like a little bit in front of the boss, shoot your disc, and it'll actually go behind you and hit the boss. That said, though, while you're running away from the boss, sometimes it'll slow down, and yeah, this one dragged out a little bit, but obviously not as much as the Tin Robot did. So, just keep refilling your disc launcher, because there is like 1 or 2 refill places in here, in corners, that, grab the disc launcher refill thing, shoot the disc at the jackhammer, and eventually it'll go down. You shouldn't have problems, and you shouldn't die to this boss, because, it's really not that hard, but it is quite fast, and it can put a good chase on you, as it were. So do exercise caution, and my god, that face. That is just It looks like a gingerbread man's face, but it's a jackhammer. So it's like gingerbread jackhammer man. You know what? Suddenly I'm craving gingerbread. So on that note, after collecting the last pizza token of this level, I will be finished for this part. Join me next time for the much anticipated, the much hyped slime trash can boss. Oh god. I'm going to die. I am going to freaking die. And don't give me that smug look, Ham. Fuck you. Well, it's the part you've all been waiting for. The slime monster. But before we go there, we have to stop by this level real quick. Another cutscene.
I'm officially freaked out. Oh, we've waited countless years for this day. It's good to see you working. Listen, I don't know what... Hey, how do you know my name?
Everyone knows your name, Woody.
Why, you don't know who you are, do you? Bullseye?
This will be kind of a revelation. Funny thing is, it's irrelevant to the content of this video for the most part. I guess they had to find somewhere to put that. And don't give me that look, Ham. Just don't give me that look right now. Anyway, the problem with this level is that you need I think the grappling hook or something like that from a level way later in the game. And since I have a no backtracking rule in place, you know, I wasn't going to make this level its own part, because if I did that, the video would have only been like 3 minutes. So that's why this part is going to have the slime monster and this level in the same part. If it was up to me, I would have had the slime monster be its own thing, but like I said, I'm not very fond of going from like a 20-something minute part to a 3-minute part. It's already bad enough that this part is still obnoxiously short. So, yeah, anyway, since you need the grappling hook to get the majority of the tokens in this level, all I'm going to do is just get one token, leave the level, and move on to the damn slime monster. So I decided to go for the Slinky Dog mission. If you've been watching my videos up to this point, then it should be pretty obvious why I'm doing it like this. That, and location-wise, it was pretty convenient as well. I didn't really have to go too out of my way. So, good old Slinky, what mission you got for us this time? I guess we have to collect 5 bones. Which, it can be pretty tough, because if you fall in the water with how short the time limit is, you're probably gonna lose. So, if you don't want to do the risky maneuver like I'm doing, which is to jump once, then double jump back to your position, then just try to stand on the boards and cardboard boxes floating on the river. And you should still get the bones fairly easily. But we get that out of the way because, oh god, here it comes. Oh no. I actually have a separate video of this with a musical track I think is more fitting and how I truly remember this boss. But yeah, I actually had a much easier time than I anticipated with this guy. You know, all this hype, all this build up, and then it's just like I kick its ass utterly. I mean, I still get hit.
There seemed to be no sign of intelligence.
Oh man, this is so atmospheric. And then they do music like this. You have to admit that this music is not very fitting. I don't even remember this music track being the track for this boss, but well, memories and nostalgia can be a pretty tricky thing, as I've mentioned. But yeah, the basic strategy here is that you need to keep shooting the slime monster until it sinks back into its trash can. You'll have to do this several times, I think about 5 or 6 times. And for the last hit, as it were, you can actually collect a green laser power-up that shows up right there. And it doesn't really help much, but it is still something, so pick it up just for the sake of picking it up, and you'll defeat this thing. It's like I said, man, all that hype and all that build-up for naught. Hopefully there won't be any more slime in this game, though. I mean, if there is, you know, I'm not gonna freak out as much as I did before because, you know, the boss is already defeated. I mean, fuck. It's finally defeated. Just get out of here. Never have to deal with that shit again. And anyway, another bonus movie, just like the last time, so enjoy. This is actually one of the funnier scenes in the movie.
Okay, here's our chance. Ready, set, go!
Slinky dog. He needs 2 cones. Look at that.
Drop! I said drop!
Oh boy. I'm actually trying to withhold my laughter right now, that way, you know, it doesn't get in the way of the cutscene.
Drop!
But this is very, very funny. Oh lord.
Go!
Yeah, go while the damn vehicle's still going. Oh shit. Mr. Potato Head, no! You can get another shoe! Oh god, look at his face! Oh. That was for nothing. The damn thing even picked up the gum.
Oh, that went well.
Bullshit. Join me next time for Al's Toy Barn. On that note, you've got a friend in me, like no one ever did. Well, after taking a much-deserved vacation after defeating the slime monster, it's time to move on to one of the more memorable levels of the game, and cutscene.
Oh, no. It's closed. We're not preschool toys, Slinky. We can read.
This is the funniest part.
All right, I'm coming.
Not the guy, but
Let's go. But the sign says it's closed.
that bullshit if it's closed. Oh my god, this. Look at Slinky, look at Slinky! At the same time as how they open it. That's funny. This. Oh my god, this. Yeah, there's more important things to worry about, though.
Whoa, Nelly, how are we gonna find Woody in this place?
Look for Al. We find Al, we find Woody. Move out.
Yeah, that's pretty good logic. Actually, no. We won't be seeing hide nor tail of Al in this level, even though it is Al's Toy Barn. Anyway, you won't be able to get all of the tokens in this level because you need the hover boots, I do believe. The annoying thing is, the hover boots are only necessary to get 1 out of the 5 collectibles of this level. So, in other words, you need the hover boots for not even a pizza token. You need it for 1/5 of a pizza token.
Don't want to be in the way with my laser.
Anyway, yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of enemy planes flying around and a bunch of Zerg cars here and there. You know, this level can drag. It can be annoying, but boy, is it a breath of fresh air after the last couple levels. And you know, the music is kind of fitting. It is Al's Toy Barn, so naturally, a square dancing theme seems appropriate, especially with all the squares on the floor. You see, it's a tiled floor, as it were. By the way, don't worry about that switch I just pressed until later. You need the rocket boots to be able to utilize it, and you don't get the rocket boots until you find Mr. Potato Head's missing part. What's his missing part in this level? I think it's his arm, actually. Let's see, he was missing his ear in Andy's house. He was missing his eye in the construction yard, so yeah, he's missing his arm. We'll be getting that in due time. And, you know, out of sheer curiosity, I checked the cube to explain to me something that I probably should have figured out already. But, yes, the slime does persevere throughout the game, even after defeating the slime monster. Why does the game have an obsession with slime, which the movie... I swear there was no slime in the movie. If there was, do correct me if I'm wrong. But, yeah. It's almost like it's worse in this level, because look how much of it there is. But, like I said, I already defeated that boss, so I needn't dwell on such a detail anymore. It should still be noted, though. Anyway, there's a good amount of tokens to collect here, and the collectibles for this stage, or this level, are 5 little chicks that you have to take back to the mother chick, which is there. I didn't pick the most ideal route for this level. In fact, I didn't even bother to consult the FAQ until almost halfway through the level, which in retrospect I probably should have done so when I started the level. But, well, it is what it is. So, yeah, anyway, pushing boxes in here will also be something you'll be doing a good bit of. And there's a lot of enclosed aisles as well, so... But that said, the platforming is still a bit interesting at times. But actually, the more interesting level will be the one that comes after this, which is Owl's Spaceland. Yeah, I actually found some pretty fun things in that one. Nothing as fun as mixing colors, though. Oh, no. Mixing colors is fun, guys. No, man, it's been a while since I've actually recorded this part, so you'll have to forgive me if my commentary is a little lacking. I don't remember every little detail of every Toy Story part I've recorded, you know. But, yes, pushing cardboard boxes in here is how you progress, and, like I said, I didn't pick the most ideal route to take, so as a result, there's not really a lot done except for collecting 2 chicks. Either way you go about collecting the chicks, you're still not going to be able to collect all 5 of them until you get the hover boots from way, like, I think one of the last levels, actually. So, yeah. I wouldn't even worry about the chicks, even though I bother to show them where they are for future reference. And I do show off the room where the last chick is, so even though I don't collect all the chicks, utilizing this video, you should still be able to find where all the chicks are for when you do get the hover boots. Naturally. And yes, more of those flying robot enemies as well, which are actually pretty annoying if left unchecked, because those lasers they shoot do a good bit of damage, and they're also pretty spammy about it too. Anyway, here's the father chick. Actually, I don't think he's the father chick, but, you know, he's another chick other than mother chick, so we just call him the father chick, or the farmer chick. Anyway, talk to him the first time and, you know, go through this little miniature obstacle course to get another chick. Even though if you're not going for all 5 chicks, you still need to do this because you need to collect the chick before you can collect the second prize. Although, for some odd reason, I see it fit to waste a little bit of time before attempting it again. Anyway, this little office area right here will contain an area that you need to use the disc launcher. But since the disc launcher was obtainable in the construction yard, you shouldn't have any problems, you know, utilizing the disc launcher. You need it to destroy these 3 drawers, or the locks to the drawers at any rate. Upon destruction, you may platform upon them. Yeah, destroy the last lock. Platform upon it. It does take a while for the drawers to open, though. Collect the pizza token, the random one of the level. And if you didn't do the race, you know, talk to the farmer chick again and do the race. Again, you have to do this twice to get a pizza token, so even if you're not going for all 5 chicks, which you shouldn't be if you're doing this level for the first time, you will still have to concern yourself with doing it twice. Make sure you learn the layout, though, because it can be a little hard for the second time, because the second time's time limit is far less generous. I mean, that was like a 30-second gap right there. So, yeah. But, yes, head back to the farmer chick and do the second race. Blah, blah, blah. I don't even know if I do it right away. I think I do. Let's see. Yeah, I keep doing these small hops because for some reason it makes me feel like I'm going faster. It's probably not, but it's something to do to pass the time. And they actually bothered to show the cutscene for the pizza token, unlike the chick. But as you can see, you have far less time to do this. There is almost no time to waste when it comes to this, so yes, don't dawdle, don't dilly-dally, and all those other silly words that start with the letter D that are coincidentally all synonyms. And you may have glanced at Mr. Potato Head's arm back there. Yes, you will have to do the obstacle course all over again to get his arm on that counter, but it's not all bad. Also, these horizontal bars, you're supposed to go the other way later on during another race, but, you know, curiosity killed the cat, and I got a few tokens out of it, so no big whoop there. And yes, finally, after all this time, I proved that the slime does do damage. Actually, I may have already proven it, what with all the slime that's been in this game thus far. Man, are we sure this is even a Disney game anymore? All this slime is more like a Nickelodeon game. I mean, really, you know what I'm talking about. If you were around in the 90s, of that damn Figure It Out show, they spammed the slime, man. That and in the Kids' Choice Awards, I do believe. Actually, I think they still do that, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm talking about Nickelodeon when I should be talking about Disney over here, or Pixar rather. Because, fun fact, guys, Pixar was not actually owned by Disney until somewhere around 2006-2007 when they were properly bought. It was kind of a general consensus, though, that even though Pixar wasn't owned by Disney, they were still treated as a subsidiary of Disney, even before the purchase. Which is understandable. I mean, did Pixar really do anything for any company other than Disney up until the point they got bought? I mean, really think about that for a moment, guys. But yes, by giving Mr. Potato Head his arm back, you unlock the rocket boots. The only purpose of which in this level is to get a chick. I don't even think it's used to get a damn token. And this race is actually quite a bit hard if you know, make too many mistakes. Mainly due to its length, although the time limit is more generous than what you were given for the pizza token earlier. Like a whole 15 seconds to get to the chick. And that's the last chick you can collect without the hover boots. Like I said, you feel free to use this video as a reference. However, I would not recommend messing with any of the chicks other than the one you have to do to get the pizza token. Back to this aisle with the bouncing basketballs. And let's see what I'm doing here. Now, hopping through the bicycle tires and... Okay, that was a complete waste of time. Well done, past me. So, honestly, I'm not even 100% sure what else... Oh, yeah, I go to this room right here. Those are the hover boots, by the way. This is the area where the chick is. I don't know if I even see the location in here, but... Oh, yeah, I come here to get more tokens for Ham. Right. Okay, there's a good... Oh, yeah, the mini-boss, too. Check this out. Robotic dinosaur. But holy crap, this thing... It helps that I had the green power-up to start with, but oh my god, do I even get hit by this thing once? All the green slime on the floor doesn't even help this guy all that much. Look at this. Not even budging an inch, and I kill it. Man, the slime boss was the hardest boss thus far, and, well, wasn't really that hard. You know, not as hard as I remember it being anyway. And finally, with the tokens remaining in this room... Unless I leave without... Yeah, that's what I thought. Get that token, and we have 50 tokens for Ham. Again, you can only get 4 out of 5 tokens on your first visit to the toy barn, as well as 4 out of 5 chicks. That's another interesting coincidence to note, I suppose. And there's plenty of tokens in this room to collect. Actually, hey, I think I saw the chick, actually. On top of that pile of boxes and behind the battery. Might want to keep a note on that, guys. Seems like there's a lot of other parts to explore in this room as well with the hover boots, but if the only thing you need is the chick, you know, it's completely optional. And if you hop on top of the actual hover boot power-up, you get an additional token, but not much else other than Rex. But, you know, you won't really need to use Rex unless you're confused about where a pizza token is, and if you're not using a fact like I am. No shame, because like I said, I don't have much experience with this game, so I don't feel ashamed to use a fact as much as I have been up to this point. But yes, you know, the usual collect your 50 tokens, talk to Ham to get another pizza token. This will be the last pizza token of the level. It's usually not Ham, but, you know, Al's Toy Barn is probably going to be an exception to the rule. Well, hopefully you enjoyed that commentary. Join me next time as we move on to Al's Spaceland, as well as the next boss.